Hey, what's up you guys? You're watching Team APS, Paul and Trell as usual, and today we're going to talk about why the metagame has to exist. A lot of people don't like meta cards, a lot of people don't like meta decks, and a lot of people don't like meta players, things like that, you know, the people who play the best deck or the most expensive deck and all of that. But those things have to exist. Those things have to be in this game. We're going to explain why.
One reason why meta needs to exist in the game is just for people with competitive spheres. I personally feel like, anything that person does, outside of family and and just love life, you're doing things competitively. If it's your job, you want to do well because you want to advance. You want your boss to see that you're doing well. And the same way for this, that we pay for these cards. We want the cards to work for us, and we're competitive, so we want to have good cards that win. Anybody can just pick up 60 random cards, play them, and be happy, free, and go lucky. But if you're actually making the cards work and you see that they're doing well, then it makes you want to stay in the game longer. So
I think that another good reason why the meta really has to be a thing is because when people want to win at something, they want to find some sort of sense of consistency. Right. If this was just a game where everyone had 40 completely different cards in all their decks, then there really wouldn't be that many great ways to find a consistent strategy. If you're traveling to an event, paying to enter it, paying for hotel, gas, food, travel to a YCS or regional or anything like that, then it makes sense that you want to run whatever deck gives you the highest chances of winning. That makes perfect sense. I understand why maybe people don't like facing lots of meta decks at locals or something like that, but even there, the meta is a thing and it exists, and people use locals to test and to play. And so I think that you kind of have to respect the competitive spirits, because it's still a game where you're you versus me. Someone's got to win, and I want to do the things that will help me win more often. It's competitive.
And to piggyback, to continue on with that, it's the same with any competition. It is YuGiOh. It's a card game. Not everybody is athletic. Not everybody is skilled in other things. So you chose YuGiOh as as your sport. So why would you not want to be good at your sport? Why would you not want to practice and get better at your sport? This is something that you choose to do for your own self. So this is what you choose to compete in, so be good at it. There's poker players, whatever you choose that you want to compete in, you want to be good at it. So the meta needs to exist because it shows that this is obviously it's working for you.
Another thing that we were actually talking about just before we recorded too is that have you noticed the games that don't really develop a meta tend not to last very long?
Right, they don't.
I know a lot of people try to create their own card games, and usually when I hear people doing it, they're always saying things like, it's not going to be broken like YuGiOh is, and it's not going to be unfair. But at the end of the day, I feel like, something better than the rest has to emerge. If it doesn't, maybe a game wasn't really designed very well, and maybe it's just there's nothing to like about it if there's not any consistent chances of winning.
Right. You say your new card game is going to be broken and stupid like YuGiOh, but let's be honest, it's the exact effects, this exact brokenness and stupidness that's keeping people in the game, making them want to play more and to get more cards and to get new decks because, oh my God, this was good. This is coming out and it's better. Let me go for that too. So of course, why? And as you see, it makes the game thrive. Of course, prices can be crazy, but it makes people want to stay and it makes so that you're not bored, you're not stagnant. Of course, once a meta is formed, things do become stagnant for some time, but that it's always going to change. There's always more on the horizon, and so Konami's smart in that sense because they know that whenever we know there's always more on the horizon, there's more for us to obtain, with staying in the game, and that's exactly what we as players are going to do. So
I actually compare it to fighting games. There's a reason people don't play competitive Mario Kart. Mario Kart's full of, Koopa shells and bananas and the whole idea that somebody in last place can get a Saki item and go to first place, and it's random, it's fun, and that's kind of the appeal of it.
Right.
But you don't see professional Mario Kart tournaments. What you do see is professional Street Fighter or Smash Brothers or Tekken, King of Fighters. These games where you are in control of things completely, and when you lose, you only have yourself to blame. People really like that. I think that if YuGiOh was this kind of game where every deck was entirely different, then there would be you can never really win consistently, and people want to win because they want to be good at it. It's like you said, for some people they want to be good at this game.
Right. That's their choice, and they allow their choice.
So, and I know on this channel, like, we kind of jump between the stigmas. Like, sometimes it sounds like, oh, casual. Paul's defending meta people, now Paul's defending casual people. The truth is, I'm just defending the side of do what you want to do and don't hate other people for doing what they want to do.
I hate everybody, though.
There's too much just like crap that people get for being casuals, and that's entirely true. But it's the same. Yeah, it works both ways.
Like meta players get a lot of shit from casual players because each side feel like they're elitist. I mean, they won't admit to it, but I mean, everybody does.
Yeah.
There's casuals who hate meta players for their meta attitude, and then there's meta players who hate casuals for their weird ideas. I mean, there's
so much judgment and all these things. When at the end of the day, like a meta has to exist. The best advice I think I can give to anybody is, with in regards to avoiding the meta if you want to avoid it, is don't go to regionals and YCS events expecting your random low tier deck to win. That's just kind of how it goes.
Just play with your friends.
It's unfortunate, but like.
But you know what you want out of the game.
The definition of a tournament is enter and try to win.
A competition.
So don't go to tournaments and get angry at people when that happens.
When they play decks that they know can win. I mean, this is what a meta is.
Yeah, so
that's why, like in basketball, we have superstars. You got LeBron James.
There's tiers to this,
right? You got LeBron James, and Chris Paul. You got people that's up there, and then you got people that we don't even talk about. They don't come off the bench. That's why they're bench riders. So they're the meta of their sport. I mean, there has to be a meta to define.
There have to be techniques and things that work.
And also, another thing with meta, having a meta also helps to build expectations for what is to come or what.
Right.
We want to see
because there's a meta that helps with your deck.
Exactly.
You know what you're fighting against.
Exactly. So I know that I'm playing against this person here, and this is what this deck does. What can I do? That can prepare me for that. So it gives you that spirit.
There's consistency.
Right. It gives you that mindset. Okay, I need to do something better than what I did last time, especially if you got your ass whooped. But yes, I mean, just being real, like it gives you something. I'm a competitive person, whether I play meta or not. So it always gives me something to look forward to know that there's a meta. Do I want to play the meta? Or do I want to try to beat the meta? It gives me so much to think about. And like I said, it always leaves you wanting more.
A way to gauge what's going on.
Exactly. I think that's really good. Like, once again, it also helps this game thrive because we talk so much shit about meta, but let's be honest, a lot of us are still in the game. So I think a meta is definitely needed from a business standpoint and from a competitive standpoint.
It's a necessary evil.
It is.
So our battery's gone red, which means we don't have much more time to talk to you guys. Don't. What do you guys think? I know it's a controversial topic, but I made a video about a week ago about kind of a similar thing where people hate others for just what they do. I think the existence of the meta is fine. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Love to know. I'm sure it'll be a very conversational one down there. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you loved it. You can follow me on social media. Check out all of our other videos. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Later. That's it. The phone or the camera didn't turn off.
Right, just sweet. And that was a short video, so it's cool.